Hello everyone. I hope you all are having a great day. Just waiting on Aditi to join. Oh, I think she's here already. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Very well.
What is going on?
Sorry, this is the first time I'm going live, so this is kind of awkward for me. Please
No
make it
worries.
easy.
No worries at all. Don't worry. We are all here to just make you feel at home. Um, how are you doing? How are you feeling for your first lives?
Yeah, just trying to soak it in.
Good experience, bad experience.
I'll tell you
All
by the end of it. I can't hear you very clearly.
okay.
Yeah, I think it's better now.
Let me just.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're audible. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Very very loud
All
and clear.
right. All right. So let's begin. Hi Aditi, welcome to God's Bus with all of us here today. And as we all know, you are extremely good at what you do. So please tell us about yourself who are new to the page here today.
Um, so firstly, thank you so much for having me. Uh, I am a tattoo artist. I've been tattooing for a very long time. And yeah, what's there to tell? Living my life with it.
I'm sure most of us have seen your Instagram page and we've seen how beautifully you do your artwork. So, for somebody who doesn't know exactly what tattoo art is, so how would you explain to them? What is tattoo art?
Uh, Tattoo art means different things to different people. Uh, it's also an expression of, how you feel deep down in your soul, something that you identify with, something like a statement that you want to say it out loud to people, but without really, saying it out loud. So it's
Right.
many things. It's a confidence builder for many people. Uh, it's a healer. There are so many tattoo impacts our lives in so many ways, and only once you have it you can connect with it. Uh, there are people who have scars. They can cover up their scars with tattoos. There are people who just feel more confident. Me personally, when I started getting visible tattoos, I had a different personality, a different confidence in me, because it made me feel unique, somebody who I was. So yeah, something like that.
That's a very good answer. So is this something that you've always wanted to do? Is it or did it like just come in the flow? How did it begin?
How did it begin? No, it wasn't something I always wanted to do something art. Tattoo just happened to me. I had a friend जिसको मैंने ऐसे ही यूं ही बोल दिया था कि I tattoo. So he got after my life. Make me a tattoo. And he was after my life for almost a year. So I actually had to buy the equipment to prove कि हाँ मैं tattoo करती हूँ. That's how it happened. But once I started, I just totally fell in love with the process. It was very, very satisfying for me. Couldn't leave it. Yeah, that's how it
So
started.
correct. So you like we all here know that it is a tattoo profession is supposed to be like a guy oriented art form. So how do you feel about this? How have you come to terms with it, and how have you broken the barriers?
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Even back when I started, I only saw guys tattooing. There were no females, or none that I knew of. I'm sure there would have
Hmm.
been in the tribal areas and all, but none that I knew, none that I could see. So, but at the time when I connected with tattooing as a profession, I
Hmm.
did not. I connected with the art, with the feeling of the the machine buzzing, with the skin reacting, with the client saying, that they love it or whatever. So it was just, I connected with that emotion more. I realized it much later. When I started to get serious in tattooing, I realized it much later that there were fewer girls, and for a woman, the industry can also be a little bit intimidating. But yeah, every industry has their pros and cons, and if we just judge it by the gender, then I guess we're just making our circle smaller. We're just, afraid of the competition. No, I think girls can do as well as boys in any industry, be it, tattooing or automobile or whatever.
Right. That was very nicely said. I'm sure that most of the women, I mean, all of the women here relate to what you're saying and how we are all underestimated in many, many, many fields. So, as a tattoo artist, how would you practice your work and where?
So you have to have a lot of friends who are ready to volunteer. Obviously, obviously, without live skin, there is you don't know what does it feel like. You don't know what your results are. And but even before you go on to practice on humans, uh, there is a latex silicone skin available in which
Ah, right.
uh, people are trained. Yeah.
So you can
So
practice
yeah.
on it. You
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. So, if somebody is to get a tattoo for the first time, what things should they have in mind for them to have that first tattoo? Like, foods that they should avoid, or going out in the sun is normal or not.
Yeah, so this is very important. Actually, tattooing is a process that takes up your body energy. So it is very important for you to not be starving. You should have had something like a light meal. And also, depending on the size of the tattoo, you should maybe carry something with you, like a drink, sweet, non-alcoholic, of course. Do not
Okay.
consume alcohol 24 hours before. It's a it's a blood thinner. Or if
Oh,
you're on
right.
any sort of medication, if you're on any medication that is uh, a blood thinner, then you should avoid taking it one day before. So
Okay.
yeah, food and sleep is very, very important. And of course, you have to be mentally also prepared.
Correct.
So
So,
yeah.
uh, we're talking about before getting a tattoo. So, what care do we have to take after getting a tattoo?
So tattoos are like decorated wounds on our body, right? So you should take care of it just like you would take care of any wound on your body. Don't fiddle with it much. You're not supposed to take it in the pool. No sun exposure. There's like a whole list. I mean, some artists say it differently than others. Every artist has their own a product or like a process that they like to follow. But basically, if you treat it like a wound, then your body and your skin is self healing. So any scratch you get on your body will already start working to heal it. So
Right.
even if you don't take care, it usually goes well. But of course, you cannot be careless. You cannot get it licked by a dog. You cannot go in the
Oh
pool
yeah.
right after your tattoo. You cannot go in a very dusty place because then obviously anything, even like a regular wound, will catch an infection. So yeah.
Correct. Okay. So, what are some tips that you would personally suggest to your customers?
Tips to my customers.
Yeah,
I,
like
I
in terms of taking care of their things.
Okay, so yes, of course, you don't go drinking right after the tattoo. No swimming, no sun exposure, no dust exposure. There's a bandage that we normally put. We seal the tattoo with a bandage, and that stays on for almost about 3-4 days. and then they can apply maybe any aftercare product or general moisturizing like a baby oil or something. And yeah, that's usually enough.
Right. Okay, so the people that we are here with today on the live stream, everybody, I just want to mention that any questions that you have for Aditi, and all of those questions will be taken care of in the at the last of the session, when it will just be getting wrapped up, and you can put all of those questions either in the comment box or the question box that is there right to the right of your screen. Okay, so resuming, as we have seen your page, and you make human portraits which are like so lifelike. So, in they're just so beautiful and so mesmerizing. But if like it has just very little margin of error, so how do you take care of that error margin?
By not doing it. Simple. You can't it's on somebody. Tattoo is literally somebody is going to carry for the rest of his life, and especially with portrait, it is like such a fine job. So you there is no room for errors. If you make it wrong, you make it wrong. You can't go back. Of course, there are certain things that you could maybe ask your client to come back after, let's say, a month and a half or 2 months and try to fix it
Okay.
up. But not everything can be fixed. And especially with a human portrait, the expressions sometimes, uh, if you screw it, you screw it. So you can't, you
Okay.
can't, you can't. You have to be very thorough. You have to be mentally very prepared. So for me,
Right.
let's say if I'm not mentally 100%, I will not begin with a tattoo maybe. But then
Hmm.
again, also since I've been doing it for many years, and for many artists who've been doing it for many years, it becomes like a daily thing. So we're equipped to dealing such pressures. But
Right.
yeah, no room for errors, especially with portraits.
Okay. So, is there a best time of the year to get a tattoo, or just any time?
Yeah, whenever any client is mentally prepared, that is the best time. It is not seasonal, that
Hmm.
certain season would be more favorable or not. I mean, of course, body wise, our skin heals quicker in summer, but
Hmm. Okay.
and like in winters, if you even get wounded in winter, it'll take a longer time to heal. But basically, if you're prepared and if you're committed to the aftercare and your tattoo, then that's the best time.
Right. Okay. How would you explain what a couple tattoo is? The new and trendy.
So yeah, okay. Couple tattoos, usually when like couples or young couples, new couples, or people who just who've been together for long, or even sisters, or even friends, they get it together. Um, my take on couple tattoos, yeah, no, I'm not so sure. I think tattoo is for yourself. Whatever you connect with. Tattoos are
Even with
not a trend. Yeah, because once you get something, you cannot go back and change it. I mean, you can cover it up, but that process is longer, more on the pocket, more painful. So be very sure what you want.
right. So, like you're mentioning trends in tattoos. So, what is the most common trend that somebody would get as a tattoo?
No, sorry, I'll interrupt you there because tattoo trends, uh, it's not a real thing. Like I said, you cannot, fashion can be trendy, but tattoo is
Right.
forever. So tattoo is not a trend. You should get whatever you connect with. There are many people who come when after seeing their friends or their favorite actors or their favorite influencers, people they follow, they'll come back asking for the same tattoo. But my advice would be to go with whatever you connect with, and it's best if you can add a bit of your own individuality into your tattoo, because that way you'll always be happy, because
Correct.
trends they come and go, tattoos they stay.
Okay. Do you have a favorite style of tattoo that you have in the making? Like you like to make?
Yes, as you mentioned earlier, I love making color realism, portraits, anything that's color basically. I find it much more challenging. For me personally, I'm not saying that this is a genre that is more challenging, but for me, it excites me a lot more.
Okay. What is the most unique tattoo design that you've ever done?
Oh, unique. I can tell you my favorite. My favorite was a design where I put a portrait of a portrait of Osho, and the client who got it done, his dog. So for like putting them together, even I question what sense does it make. But for him, these three people had given him so many teachings, and then he wrote a guru mantra right there, so it all
Okay.
connected. So you don't find your gurus in uh, the most obvious things. For him, his dog taught him to love unconditionally. Shiva taught him many things. Osho, he had learned from a lot. So for me, that was one of my most favorite pieces till date. Um, but that being said, all tattoos are unique and nice.
Right.
I love
Okay.
it.
Clearly. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a series of questions and we're just going to bust some myths that we have in store. So you can tell us
Yeah.
if it is a myth or not and explain. So it is considered that tattoo art is very painful. So, like, you are the expert, so you have to tell us and the audience
Pain,
how
pain is
painful it is.
pain is generally overrated.
Okay.
No, tattoos are not that painful. It's the same as donating your blood or getting an injection or getting your eyebrows done. It's the same, just a
Okay.
little longer.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're even like a tiny bit mentally strong, you can easily take it. We have clients as young as 13 and as old as 80 years old that we've tattooed, and they've sat like fairly comfortably.
Okay. So, are you into making temporary tattoos, or or are all tattoos permanent? Sorry, tongue
No,
twister.
no, we do make temporary tattoos as well. They last you for about 4 to 5 days.
Okay.
A lot of that being said, another myth I believe is a tattoo that a lot of people come and ask. 1 साल का tattoo चाहिए, 6 महीने का tattoo चाहिए. In my entire tattooing profession, in my entire career, I haven't come across a tattoo that lasts for 1 year and then goes away. नहीं ऐसा नहीं होता. So the only two kind of tattoos that I've seen, one that lasts for maybe 4 or 5 days if you're careful enough, then a week, 10 days, and the other one that's permanent.
Right. Okay. Um, People say colored ink hurts more than normal ink. Is that true?
So the process of putting colored ink in your skin takes a little longer than putting black or gray ink. So maybe because the process is longer, that is why they say that maybe colored tattoos hurt more. But no, the process is just the same depth, same everything. So no. myth.
Somebody saying voting वाली use करके भी नहीं होता क्या?
क्या?
Like voting
Sorry, I
ink,
couldn't
it
get you.
stays on forever.
What ink? Sorry, I can't
Like when
get
you
you.
go to, I'm saying when you go to vote.
Voting ink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I have no idea what they put in that ink, or I have no idea. But usually when we talk
Right.
about tattoos and the inks that are approved internationally also,
Hmm.
so we're only talking about things that are approved, right?
Right.
So the 4 5 day tattoos, temporary tattoos, are something that even like infants can get.
Hmm.
कोई
Okay.
प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती है. बाकी इंक्स का क्या होता है, क्या नहीं होता है, आई एम नॉट अवेयर. आई डोंट रेकमेंड.
Right. Okay. Older tattoos fade into blue or green, green colors usually. Is that true?
Sort of. Earlier, back when I started, I have seen a lot of green tattoos, but वो inferior inks होती थी. These days, like the inks are a lot better, so
Hmm.
they don't really fade into blue or green. But then, keeping that aside, our skin color is not white. We have brown skin. Indians usually have brown skin. So, the fairer the skin, the darker the tattoo looks. The
Okay.
darker the skin, the tattoo looks a bit faded, or will take a tinge of whatever is the top layer of your skin.
Okay.
So, that may make it appear as blue or
A
green,
little bit
but
darker.
yeah, the pigment, when we put a black pigment into the skin, it is black, it remains black. What appears on the surface is just because of the skin color.
Right. Okay. Is it believed that tattoos can cause skin infections? Okay. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we discussed this earlier. I'm sorry for asking this again.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, if you're really careless.
yeah. um, so, what piece of advice do you have for, first timers, people who just starting to get into your profession,
People who want to do tattoo or want to get tattoos.
want to do your profession, like tattoos?
Go for it. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's very, very, very addictive. The coolest industry you could be in. You don't have to wear formals. Unlike most industries, it's very, very satisfying. Everybody is really thankful and appreciating your work. So, if you love art, go for it. If you love money, then there are many, many things you can do.
Right. Okay. I think those are all the questions that we have for you today. So I think we will move on to the questions that we have from the audience. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody is asking, I want to remove my tattoo. Is it possible?
Yeah, you can maybe check with a skin doctor, get a laser surgery. That's the best I can say, because we don't remove tattoos, so that's all I know. But I have seen tattoos that have been removed successfully. You can't tell.
Right. Okay. Does do women feel more comfortable getting a tattoo from a female tattoo artist?
No, it's like going to a doctor. Do you prefer to go to a female doctor always for like something, for some infection that you have on your thumb? No. So I think most people, of course, when there are like places, intimate places, then maybe they feel more comfortable. Women feel more comfortable with women, but general places, I think you just prefer a good tattoo artist.
Correct. Okay. Tattoo preference. मुझे मैंने different. Okay, I think that's the same question. Do people doubt your capabilities because you are not a regular male tattoo artist?
No, I didn't get that.
Do people doubt your capabilities because you are not a regular male tattoo artist?
It used to happen. It used to happen so much when I was younger when I newly started tattooing, but
Right.
some of it I think had to do with my gender, and some
Oh.
of it had to do with me being new in general, because
Hmm.
I think I lacked the confidence to speak to someone in a way that I would speak today. And
Right.
I think in today's time, nobody doubts my capabilities. I think I have an Insta page to show,
Exactly.
and yeah, that's it.
You could just pick up any one of your human portraits.
Yeah. So mostly
Okay.
that solves it.
Yeah. So they're asking, whenever my tattoo gets wet, it starts itching. What should I do?
Go see a doctor. It shouldn't happen. If your
Okay.
tattoo is completely healed and it's been some time, it's been about 20 days, itching shouldn't happen. So please go see a doctor. Skin
Okay.
doctor, of course.
Right. Um, how long is the process of face portraits?
That depends on the portrait. If it's a miniature portrait, maybe it'll take 1.5 hours. If it's a black and gray forearm size portrait, then it'll take maybe 3 hours or 4 hours. If it's a colored portrait, forearm size, it can take up to 6 hours. Also, how intricate the detailing is. If it's a full back portrait, it can take maybe multiple sittings.
Okay. Um, Mine is long, long due, but I can tell you that when I get it, you will be the one who would be making it. Okay.
Please come. You're most welcome.
Okay. Any piece of advice for someone? Okay, so this question is a repeat. We've discussed this earlier, and I just want to tell anybody who's just joined us right now that we'll be posting this live session on our page later on. So you can just go and see the questions that you have that we've already answered, and just go through it once. Okay. Um, who's your favorite tattoo artist?
Oh, there's so many. There's Nico Hurtado, there is Valentina, uh, there are so many. Oleg, I cannot pronounce his name, he's Russian. Uh, yeah, there are so many artists who are Thomas Kali Jarier. Uh, there are so many.
Okay. Please tell us about good quality inks for tattoos,
Good
so that
quality
they can
inks are
yeah.
Yeah, good quality inks are FDA approved. There are brands. Most tattoo studios in India at this time are carrying standard brands, which are imported from either Europe or US. So I don't think anybody has issues with inks. So all inks are usually FDA approved, and they meet the standard. So unless and
Okay.
until if you're going to a roadside tattoo studio, then I do not know what material they might be using. But most tattoo studios source their material from the same suppliers.
Okay. So most of them are safe, basically.
Most of them are safe, yes.
Right. Um. Again, somebody's asking tattoo ki kaisi care kare. So that is again a repeat question, and we've asked this already. So I'm just going to ask you to go and see our session once again. Let me just check. Okay. I'm gonna skip that question because I don't like it.
Yeah,
Tattoo
I got it.
preferences of men and yeah, tattoo preferences of men and women are different.
Um, yeah. Uh, there are certain tattoos that are extremely feminine, like maybe many women they get stars or butterflies or birds. Many men they get lions or I don't know, some Greek god and stuff
Hmm.
like that. Sometimes women also get what you know what are termed as masculine tattoos, and sometimes men also. I mean, there's a thin line, but women usually want something feminine, and men want uh, bigger tattoos, maybe
Right.
less, but more and more. I mean, the line is sort of fading because more and more women and men are sort of getting educated with the whole idea of tattoos
Hmm.
kaise hone chahiye. As they're seeing more, Instagram is making a lot of it, lot of tattoos viral, तो वो feed में आते रहता है. So the
Hmm.
choices are evolving also.
Of course. Okay. What is the what if the tattoo starts getting faded? Okay. What should you do if the tattoo starts getting faded?
You should go back to your tattoo artist and ask them why why it happened. Or you should go see another professional tattoo artist, because if it probably faded in the first place, so maybe either you didn't follow the proper aftercare or your tattoo artist didn't do it right. So it could be either ways. You should definitely check with your tattoo artist and maybe check around with other studios also.
Okay. Um. Okay, I didn't read the entire question. The question said, "What if the tattoo starts getting faded? Because if we go to re-inking it, if we go to do a re-inking, then the tattoo will lose their older finish."
No, that's not true.
Okay.
You can re-ink your tattoos and they can stay just fine.
Okay. Why tattoo artists prefer doing a tattoo in gray and black colors other than multicolors, in spite of multicolors?
I do multicolor
Yeah,
tattoos.
I was
So,
just about to say that.
yeah, it is just their artistic preference, just what they like. So, that's all I can say.
Okay. I think those are all the questions that we have for today. Yeah, okay. I think those are all. Okay. So, I'm going to ask you the same question all over again. Did you feel comfortable with us today?
Yeah, it was cool. I thought this would be very awkward, but yeah, no,
Oh,
you're.
don't worry.
I think
It's
you're a
just two
very
friends
friendly
talking.
face.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's just two friends talking. Don't worry at all.
Yeah. It sounded like that. I hope to see you soon to get a
I
tattoo.
absolutely. Oh, sure. I have like a whole bunch of elderly people who are going to stop me. So, surely.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it's your body.
Yeah. Right. I will absolutely consider. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us, Aditi, today. And I hope that you had a nice time as much as I did. And
I
I
did, I
hope that
did.
you
Thank you
answered
for
all
having
your
me.
questions, audience. And if we have anything, then you can please put us in the comments on the live session as well. I'll be just posting this right after we are done. And then you can ask any other remaining questions that you have there. And of course, Aditi will help you out. Okay. Thank you so much, Aditi, for being here. Hope to see
Thank
you soon.
you. See you.
All
See
right.
you soon. Yes.
Bye.
Bye.